Joining me now on Your Sport Swindon is Swindon boxer Ryan Martin. Ryan, how you doing?
Yeah, good. Thank you.
Been a long time since we've seen you in the ring. It was June, and a great performance you put on there. You're back in action on November the 26th. Pleased to be back?
Yeah, definitely. June was a good fight. It was a good learning fight for me against a sort of tricky customer. He was tough. Carried on training after that, and unfortunately in September I was meant to be on a show in Bristol that fell through. The show got cancelled, so it was something out of my control. I seem to be cursed for things like that at the minute, but nothing I can do about it. So yeah, I'm just happy to be back in training, doing what I'm doing, and back in Swindon. Hopefully I'll put on a good show again.
Like you said, it's been a bit of a stop-start career, unfortunately. We'd probably like to see you on at least 10 fights by now, and at one point you were almost on a collision course with Temuka Mucha, and he's now obviously 15 fights. So do you feel you've lost ground a little bit?
Not so much lost ground, just maybe haven't made up as much as I'd like to at this point. But I mean, I keep saying I'm still young, I'm still learning all the time. I still have the hunger for it. There's no dent mentally, so I'm in a good place. Yeah, all right. I would like the record to be bigger at the minute, but like I said, mentally I'm in a good place. I'm killing myself in training, so yeah. No damage.
You're still young as well, so time is on your hands, isn't it? At the end of the day.
Yeah, definitely. Time is on my hands. I'm 22 years old. I'm hoping to have a long career in boxing. And if I have to take it at this pace for the time being until it kicks off, then so be it. But opportunities will come. I believe hard work won't go unanswered, so yeah, they will come up.
A bit of surprise in the press conference. It was announced that there's a possible tie-up training-wise with you and Paddy Fitzpatrick. So tell us a bit more about that.
Yeah, like I just said, nothing's set in stone. I think just a few changes for me personally needed to be made, and I'm seeing how it goes in Paddy's gym. He's someone that I've had a relationship since I was 12, 13 years old. I've done a bit of training with him when I was boxing for England in the amateurs. So I had a relationship anyway. It made sense. He's another top coach in the town. It made sense to have this fight with him and see what happens. But like I said on the table, we're not looking past the 26th. The 26th is our focus, and we'll see how it goes.
We know what your aspirations are. You want to reach the very top. A lot of people, including myself, have described you as world class. I think you genuinely are. But is it now, like you said, a case of just taking it one fight at a time and not getting excited about any titles that might be on the horizon?
Yeah, definitely. I did have opportunities come up. Maybe they weren't the right opportunities for me at this stage. But like I said, hard work doesn't go unanswered, so I will have the opportunities and I will win major titles. I fully believe that. The hunger's still there. I just need to get the right fights at the right time. Not jump ahead of myself. I'm not going to go and call out British champions just yet, but I'm working my way up there, and I need to be a bit careful now with who I'm picking and get the right fights.
You mentioned those opportunities. I believe one of those may have been in Las Vegas, a good opportunity, but you would have been the away fighter. And when you're at home, it's hard to match you as well. So, like you said, it's difficult choosing your career path from now on, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. It's difficult because I am young and I've only had 7 fights. There are things I want to do domestically before I go flying overseas. I feel like I'll get to a point where I have a whole sort of product to sell to someone, rather than going over there with seven fights with no notable wins as of yet. When I get them notable wins and people start taking notice, then that's when I'll sort of take them opportunities. But
so in terms of an opponent for this fight, presumably it's not been named yet, but what sort of an opponent are you looking for?
I'm leaving that to pretty much Keith. I want someone who, I say it every time, I want someone who's going to stand and fight with me. So maybe I need to go easy on them on the first round, and they might open up a little bit. But I don't know. Hopefully, someone who's tough and strong and does want to have a fight, and I can sort of give back to the people that keep buying tickets for me to come and see me in Swindon. That's the most frustrating part. I'm constantly selling tickets to friends and family, and I get good support every single time, and I want them to see me in a fight rather Do you know what I mean? Rather than dancing around and doing what I do in the gym on a daily basis. So yeah, a fight would be nice.
Will this be your last fight of 2016?
I think so. We're coming. Well, by the time we have this, we've only got December. So realistically, most probably, we'll be planning for maybe sort of end of February, March time. Yeah.
And then looking to be quite busy in 2017, presumably, and just non-stop, towards whatever's ahead.
Yeah. Again, say it every time. I want to be busy. I want to keep fighting. If these things keep happening that are out of my control, then they happen. I got to just take it on the chin now. But yeah, I want to be on all the shows I can, whether they're in Swindon, Reading, Scotland. I don't care. I want to be on them shows.
There's a question asked in the press conference about your health, your fitness, your hands. There's always a question mark on your hands, but we can categorically say you're fully fit, no injuries, all good to go.
No injuries, good mentally, fit, and I'm happy. Yeah.
Excellent. And just a word about the show itself. Sam Smith headlining, Luke Watkins, back in Swindon again, chief support. Kelvin swan song, he's decided to retire. Thoughts on those fights?
I was just looking at the list up when I was sat by Tony actually, and this is one of the best bills I've seen on a Swindon show. To be honest, there are some legitimate fights. Obviously, Kelvin in his last fight, he's done a hell of a lot for Swindon. Won some good titles and brought some good fights here. So hopefully he has a good hoorah. That'd be nice.
Well, Ryan, as always, we're great to see you back at the top table, and we're looking forward to seeing you on the 26th. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
Thanks, mate. Top man.